Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. I almost said Sunday. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the fourth episode of Disney Pins Night Live, which is my take on a popular Saturday evening show, but with a pin spin. On tonight's show, we're going to be talking about Shop Disney pin collections. And for that, I have some very special friends of mine. We're going to have Savage Disney Pin join us today, Rocky and Sarah. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how's
Hi.
it going?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Great. Excited to talk about pins with you.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you guys here. And we were talking backstage that Sarah and I traded pins like ages ago. And then we reconnected through YouTube because we're part of the Disney YouTubers Facebook group, which is amazing. And then I saw Sarah on there and I'm like, wait a minute, I know her. We traded pins. And then we kind of reconnected through YouTube, which is so awesome. So,
I think it
guys,
was actually one of my first, you were within the first month of me online trading.
oh, I know this was like ages ago.
Mhm.
So, like, it's so awesome that we were able to connect through pins first and then through YouTube. And I'm gonna actually make you guys full screen so you can talk about your channel. You can talk about what is the name of your channel, how long you have been doing it, what you do on your channel. So let me make you guys full screen. The floor is yours.
Excellent. So we are Savage Disney Pins. We've been doing this since April.
Yeah.
April. We were, stuck in quarantine, looking to do something that we both had mutual interest in that we could do together. And I like the tech side of things, and Sarah loves Disney Pins, and we both love Disney parks. So we figured we'd put that together.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're pretty new still to the YouTube thing, but loving it, loving every part of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what we primarily discuss is pin mail. Every Wednesday we do pin mail that Sarah receives from trading or ordering, and I sit by and oogle over her stuff. And then on Mondays we feature some sort of Disney-based topic, whether it's pin related, tutorial based, or just some random opening of something that we got, or how she stores pins.
Yeah.
So it's a variety on Mondays, and pin mail is on Wednesdays.
Okay, so talking about pins, I have you guys here, certain stage. What is your main pin collection? I mean, do you guys both collect pins? Is it just Sarah?
It's mostly me. It's like 98% me, and then the 2% that is Rocky is kind of a forced collection. So I collect Little Mermaid, Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, and Tomorrowland.
All attractions.
And then followed by like every other Disneyland attraction. And then those are kind of my big ones. I have like a billion small side collections that I don't even know. I couldn't even categorize for you.
Yeah, and for someone that it's not an avid pin collector, where I don't participate in a lot of the online trading and acquisition myself, my collection is nothing to bat an eye at. I have got a metric ton of Star Wars pins that Sarah's just managed to acquire for me. I have a budding Gaston collection, which I think is a total of 3 pins now.
Did you say Gaston?
Gaston, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I have my favorite Disney property or movie is Treasure Planet, and I have 2 Treasure Planet pins because those things are impossible to find.
Yeah, they're really hard to find.
So Sarah got you into pins, Rocky.
Yeah, it was rather involuntary.
So I'll try and make this story really short. So we got when we were planning our wedding, we decided that we were going to honeymoon in Disney World. We had never been to a Disney park together before, so it was all brand new. And for a wedding gift, his grandmother gave us a lanyard each full of pins, and that's when I had to pull a shoebox out of a cupboard, out of my closet, and say, "Hey, Rocky, I actually already this is already a thing that you don't know about."
Yeah, so
we found out on our wedding day that I was a pin collector.
the baggage didn't come out of the closet until the day after we were married, before it was like too late. She's like, look what you got yourself into. She had just this
I have a
giant box
confession
of
to
pins.
make. Oh, well, that's awesome. But I feel like pins is one of those things that it brings people together. I mean, not only, friends, but also, couples. Like it's funny, it's kind of like that. Like I'm the pin collector in my family, but I kind of got my husband into that too. So for like you said, Rocky, for someone who doesn't necessarily collect pins, he has his own board full of pins, and he collects Mr. Toad and Robin Hood, and he likes Haunted Mansion and Splash Mountain. And I'm forgetting something else right now, but we collect different things, so it's kind of cool because whenever I see something he collects, I'll try to let him know, and vice versa. So I mean, it definitely, pins is definitely an amazing hobby. And, just want to take a quick pause and say hi to everybody in the chat. I see that, hello, Tiffy Bell just joined us. Hi, and Luke, Blooming Cheesa, Jane, Surfer Girl, BDF, Claudia, Jane, Tats, Meg Dorks. Thank you guys for joining us. We're just getting started, and we're just so ready to talk about pins. So Sherry's saying she's a pinaholic.
Before we start, I can't go any further without saying happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry you can't eat this in person, and I know we're a day late, but happy birthday.
No, you're a day early because my birthday's actually
Early.
tomorrow. Yes.
Okay,
And so,
good.
oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I wish I could have my cupcake, but I'm receiving it virtually right now. So thank you.
Don't worry, I'll take that bullet for you.
Okay. I like that. Oh, and then so we have Yareli's here. She's saying that she's just getting more into pins now. So I like this is a hobby that more people are just getting more and more into. So I am super excited to just be talking pins tonight. So we have so much to talk about. I can't even talk. So, first thing we kind of wanted to discuss is just typically we get the limited edition pins released at the parks on Thursdays, but because of everything that's going on, the parks not being open and whatnot, and just just the new normal that we're living now, we're getting a lot of these pins just released through Shop Disney. What are your thoughts on that?
As somebody who doesn't live close to a park, I like it.
Me too.
Yeah. So it's been really nice to be able to obtain both Disneyland and Disney World pins this year.
Yes.
Silver lining for a global pandemic, I guess.
Yeah.
But I am also looking forward to when they become more park exclusive again. They feel a little bit more special to me when I have to, somebody has to go get them for me, or I have to obtain them from the park. They just feel like a little bit more special. So as much as I love being able to obtain them myself, it's great. Not complaining about that, but
yeah,
it loses a little bit of that specialty for me.
I miss AP discount because we can't get an AP right now for Disneyland, and no discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you guys. Like, I don't live close to the parks. I live in New Jersey. So, I mean, Disney World is closer to me than Disneyland, but it's not like I can be like, okay, I'm going to be there tomorrow or this weekend. So I can't really, so it's just like you guys. I'm really excited that I have the opportunity to get these spins, because otherwise I would have to use a pickup person, which typically, they do assess, a pickup fee, and it ends up being more expensive. So I'm really happy that I have that opportunity. I know that there's, different opinions on this. Some people that are used to going to the parks are not necessarily happy that the pins are available on the website. But for people like us, I think it's definitely great. It saves me money on, pickup fees and stuff like that. But I do know what you mean about that feeling that you get when and it's so much work to get these pins, and you're like, they're extra special. And I was like, oh, well, I just click order and it's there. Like, it just kind of loses some of the, I guess, the excitement of, the thrill of getting these pins. But I'm pretty happy that I can get them on the website. The only problem I have is the day and time they drop. So they drop at 7 a.m. for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just 10 a.m. for me. And that means that I am at work when these pins drop. So it's always a struggle. I feel like I have to take all these bathroom breaks at work. And yeah, it's like, all right.
Okay, it's 9:59. I have to go to the bathroom right now.
Yeah,
I would
it's
look at
time.
it another way. Maybe just assume that, you know what, you're getting paid to shop Disney. I mean, at that point.
Yes, I don't know how my boss feels about it, but it's like 9:59 on a Thursday. It's time for my bathroom break, and I also need my phone and my credit card. I'll be right back. So it's kind of like, I mean, luckily, my boss is fairly chill, so she's like, "All right, I know what you're doing. It's that time." So, but I feel like if I was really busy at the time, I couldn't really do it. So I feel like I kind of miss the midnight releases. What do you guys think about that? Because ShopDisney used to do that. They used to release the pins at midnight.
Which is 3 a.m. for you, though, right?
Yes.
Or was it midnight on the East Coast and 9?
So it was midnight for you guys, midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. for me. So I have done this in plenty of occasions. Set up my alarm for 3 a.m. just to get up and get my pins. But even though I am waking up, to get these pins, at least it's on my own time where I can actually do this, and I don't have to worry that, okay, I gotta get back because I am on the clock. So I much rather wake up at 3 in the morning to get my pins at home than have to kind of, make sure that I'm available at 10 a.m. at work, and that I'm not, doing something, really, not, that I'm not doing work. So, yeah, I mean, talking about park releases. So we were recently talking about the new Hidden Mickeys. I know. Actually, let me go ahead and share. Yes, let me go ahead and share the screen real quick because these pins are just so cool. Okay, let me see if we
hard though, because we're not calling them hidden Mickeys anymore. They're
right.
hidden Disney now. So that's gonna be like a, you gotta flip that. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, so hidden Disney pins.
Yes.
So it's I really like these. I mean, when we're looking at the Disneyland resort pins, now being that we have this whole social distancing and whatnot, and I mean, they're not necessarily going to be on lanyards, so they're going to be in like boards and things like that, right?
Yeah.
What we recently noticed, because we just went to Disney World at the end of August, and we have a video about it out there. It was kind of the state of the union for pin trading. They were refreshing the board with more hidden Mickeys, like
good hidden Mickeys.
Good hidden Mickeys. Mm-hmm. Like every time someone traded a pin, they weren't recycling a lot of scrappers. It was nice. So the frequency in which you will see a hidden Disney, I almost said hidden Mickey.
Well, those are hidden.
Yeah.
A hidden Mickey. So the frequency in which you saw, the frequency in which we saw those was much more dependable. Like every time we went up to a board, which was not that frequent because there's not that many boards, we were able to get trade our 2 each, almost 4 every time we went to a board.
Yeah. I
am going to start a Marvel collection purely off the Marvel Icons pins, though. I love those. Those are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they look like coins. I mean, they look so cool, and I mean, the masks are so pretty, and they kind of go hand in hand with Midnight Masquerade, which we're going to talk about that later today. But I think they're so pretty, and they have Star Wars and Marvel and Pixar. So I like that these pins are. They basically cover a lot of different areas of what Disney is. Sarah, what do you think is your favorite out of these that we're seeing right now?
Well, I love the Disneyland D series. I have the first set of them, and they are, I think they were the best of the series that came out in 2019. So I am a huge fan of the fact that they came out with a second series. I do also really love the masks. I think those are really pretty. And part of it, I think, is also because they've now come out with something called the Super Completer.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
completer.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? The super completer?
I don't know about it.
Gotcha.
I mean, I only know from the same image that we've got on the screen right now.
Right.
I'm assuming that it is maybe just going to be a little bit harder than the other completer to find.
That's what I'm thinking also, because I don't know much about it either. So it's just right, it's just something that we're seeing in the flyers, a super completer, right? So I'm thinking it's gonna be harder to get, and it's gonna be just I don't even know. It's just something new. So right now I'm just really purely speculation on my part, but I do think that it's really cool that now they have a super completer. So that's gonna make the hunt, even more exciting.
Yeah.
One set that I'm a little let down on, and I think they're Disney World ones if we scroll down.
Okay.
Is the castles. I'm not a huge fan personally of the like silk screen pins without a lot of detail on them. The screen printing ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like they're just putting a sticker or painting on top of a pin versus like the enamel filling, which is part of the artwork. I like the idea of them. Like the pumpkin one looks cool, but
Right.
I wish they were enamel instead of screen printed.
Yeah, you see, I love castles. Castles, that's one of my main pin collections. And when I saw they were gonna have a, castle hidden Disney pins now, I was just so excited. I mean, I'm not crazy about this screen print either, but the fact that we have castles, I'm like all about, I'm like all about it. And it's cute because they're all kind of like holiday-ish type of pins because we have your little candy ones, we have your patriotic for like 4th of July. We have the
Mm-hmm.
balloons, and then we have Halloween, Christmas, and then fireworks, where I guess it could kind of be seen also as like New Year's or something like that. But I still really like them just because they're castles. I think I'm just like biased on that part. They could just be solid in color, and I would still love them because they're castles. But looking at the Pixar ones, it kind of reminds me of, didn't they have like a blind box set? I think it was like a lounge fly set. It was like a lot of like little leaves like that. Wasn't there a set like that
The Bug
recently?
Life ones? Yeah, they
Yeah.
just came out. Yeah. They were I think it was a set of 6. And they all it was one leaf when you put it all together. They fit together.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking is I don't really collect any Pixar. I don't collect Box Life or Toy Story, but I remember seeing those. And something that Luke is saying is true. I guess the screen print can seem a little lazy when it comes to the pin design, but I am biased, so I would still want to get the castles regardless. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to try to get these pins because I mean I feel like going to the parks and just going on the hunt for hidden Mickeys, hidden Disney pins is just so exciting.
It is. I could spend literally all day going on Space Mountain and pin trading.
Yeah, I mean, yes, on pin trading, not so much of Space Mountain. I don't know why I can't really ride that ride. I think it's because I'm a chicken. I've done it a few times, but I just think that I don't know, for some reason I don't love it, but tell you what, I do like Space Mountain in Disneyland a lot better than in Disney
Yeah.
World.
Agreed.
Have you
Yes.
have you guys done both?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we've done both sides numerous times in Florida, and we've done obviously Disneyland. We've done Space Mountain more than any other ride, easily. Um, it's much smoother. It's not jerky. If you
I
ride the
agree.
Matterhorn in Disneyland, that's like that pretty much keeps Southern California's chiropractors in business. I feel like that just makes me feel real old when I get off that ride. My back's all tweaked.
Yeah, and that's
Me
what
too.
Space Mountain in Disney World feels like. It's more like the Matterhorn.
Yeah, it's jerky and jarring. And if you're not in that front car and you're not seated right, you're gonna get your back tweaked.
Yeah, absolutely. When we went to Disneyland last year for the first time, and we got on Matterhorn just because we felt like we needed to try it. And like you said, my body was all achy after that. I felt like I got run over or something, but it was just I had to do it. I mean, it was painful to ride, but I had to do it. And it does kind of remind me of Space Mountain in Disney World because, right, it is not as smooth of a ride.
Mhm.
And I feel like the turns are kind of rough. Um, but I guess that is just another topic. Just like the Splash Mountain in both parks, it's different. It
Mhm.
in Disneyland you get soaked. In
Yeah,
Disney
they
World,
do a couple
not
activities,
too
yeah.
bad. Huh?
Well, the Disney World, the weather will just make sure you do that.
True, true, because it always rains.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's terrible because when we went to Disneyland, just real quick, we did Splash Mountain, and then we had some friends with us who had never been to any of the Disney. So we were like, you know what, Splash Mountain, you're gonna love it. You guys need to sit in the front. You're gonna enjoy it. So they were soaked, and it was like in the low 60s. So they were wet and cold. And then we just looked like big time jerks. We were like, you gotta sit in the front so you can enjoy it, and no, you don't get wet. So now we know.
Oops.
Now yeah. Now we know. And then we have more friends joining us here. The Pin guys are here. The Frog Prince is here. Jody and Laura from the Jody and Laura Live are here. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. And Cynthia over at What Did Data Buy Today is here as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, talking about crazy pin releases and just crazy experiences, we have to talk about Minnie Mouse, the main attraction. So this year has been crazy. I would say most of the releases so far have been through Merch Pass. What do you think about that?
I like it better than virtual queues. You
Agreed.
could waste your whole day and,
True.
completely fruitless waiting in a virtual queue. Merch Pass, you at least get the disappointment early.
True. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mind the merch pass. I think of it this way. I can either stress out at 7 a.m. and try and, get things in my cart as soon as possible and maybe not get the bag and maybe not get the ears. Or I could stress out about the merch pass and still maybe not get the bags or get the ears. So I feel like it's a toss of a coin, really, and luckily I have a great group of friends that all kind of help each other out. So we all kind of talk about, okay, well, I want the mug and I want the pins and she wants the bag and, blah, 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 blah. And we kind of
Right.
all put in together. And if I get the mug and somebody else wants it, then we still buy it, things like that. So we kind of collectively utilize the merch pass as best we can. And then, I have this guy help me too.
yeah. And I just helped Luke recently get pins as well.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. He told me, and I was like, that's so awesome to have like this great support system that you can be like, okay, I'll get you the pins, you get me the ears, you get me the bag, and I got you the mug. So I think it's really great too. I've been trying to do that with like my family and even my coworkers. My boss, who knows that I have to get pins on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Like I'd had her put in for Merch Pass for me. My coworkers, my husband, my brother-in-law, my brother who lives in Puerto Rico, I had him put in for the Merch Pass as well. So yeah, it just become like a family affair, and like coworkers and everybody kind of they have to come together because I do, like you said, I like that I don't have to stay on my phone or on the computer for an hour trying to get these pins because Shop Disney froze because I need to wait to refresh. So
Mhm.
I'd rather just put in for it and wait and see what happens. And it's kind of like it's stressful, but it's not as stressful. You just kind of you either get an email or you don't.
Yeah.
And more recently, now you're getting an email letting you know that you weren't picked. So now you don't have to wonder what happened. Where's my email? Like you'll still get an email, and now you'll know. And with the
I did
last minute,
appreciate that email. I thought that
yes,
was I as disappointed as I was, because I did get that email, I was also like, okay, well, I don't have to like refresh my inbox constantly now because I'm not getting it.
It's like you get a job interview and you just felt like you crushed the interview and you never get a follow-up email. It's just,
yes,
you're like, what happened?
yes,
It's the
and
worst.
yeah, because even people that were picked for main attraction weren't necessarily getting the email. They had to go and shop Disney and see if the items were in their cart.
So
So
I
it kind
didn't
of,
so the first time I didn't get an email at all. It didn't come to my junk mail, it didn't come to my inbox, nothing. And so I ended up having to go and check my shopping cart and it was there. I never got an email the first time.
yeah, and I wonder how many people missed out because they just didn't know, that the items were going to be preloaded into the cart and that they just needed to check because maybe the email something happened and didn't get it. So with the way they're now doing it, that everybody is going to get an email regardless, it does take like the guessing out of whether did I miss the email, was there a bad connection, and now Disney is letting you know when the collection is going to go live for everybody, which is also nice because you almost get like a second, you get a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because with these other main attractions releases, the items were still going, for sale on the website, but they wouldn't tell you, so you had to kind of like constantly check and see if the items were there. But
The redrops.
yes, yes. But, talking about main attraction, we just have to take a look at the new set that's coming out, which I am super excited about. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, you're pretty excited about this one too.
I am very excited about this one. My main from these items, I am like, it's a requirement for me that I get the pins and the mug. I could kind of take or leave everything else, but for this set, I also really want the plush.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that. I am not a plush collector like my friend Lizzie over at Lizzie in Disneyland. She is the plushie
Mhm,
queen. And
mhm.
before I met her, I didn't even know they were called plushies, or plush. But yes, like I'm not a plush collector, but I need this one. I want everything. What do you think about the design that they chose for Haunted Mansion?
I don't know. I kind of rock the Constance ears in a video with the veil.
Yes.
Mix it up a little.
I like it. I think I like that they kind of moved away a little bit from the very traditional black and purple that we all, I think, were kind of expecting, and went more with like the Madame Leota
The
colors.
ghoulish green.
Yeah.
Yes, I you know what? I'm really excited they also went with these colors because like you guys said, people were expecting the black and purple, and people were expecting to see something of revolving the hitchhiking ghost, which I love, but I love that they have like a different take on Haunted Mansion, and they're focusing on Madame Leota and on the bride. And I mean, the headband is awesome. I mean, it's just like I'm ready to be Constance, you know,
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
headband and the veil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Luke says I'll pay good money
yeah.
to see Rocky in those ears.
What do the ears cost? $30?
Yeah.
Well, it would cost $30, Luke, to see that. That's all it would
There
happen.
you go. Look,
And the
that
luck
sounds
of the
like a
merch
good
set.
investment. Yes. It sounds like Luke is going to make an investment because we do have to see this. Maybe you can do this on like a live stream or something. Yes, it'll be like pay-per-view kind of. But yeah, I really love this set. Obviously, priority the pins. And the second thing that I want would be the ears, and then I would say probably the plush, and then I also want the fanny pack. I think it's pretty cool. And the mug too. I mean, I would totally rock that fanny pack in Disney.
Mhm.
We're slowly making this mug set. We have all of them so far, right?
Yes.
Sarah's not got them all through Shop Disney. She's had to beg, steal, and well, not steal, but borrow Barter, whatever she
I've
can
had to
do.
beg and barter for a few of them, but I am current. I have Thunder Mountain coming to me, but once I receive that, I will be up to date on my mugs.
And they've become our primary mugs that we use every morning for coffee.
Yeah, I love them. I don't keep them in the box. I use them. They're too pretty. I want to use them.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely really pretty. I have the Space Mountain mug, but I haven't used it because, like you said, it's so pretty.
I bought
Well,
two. So I bought so I bought one so that I could use it, and then when it inevitably breaks because I use it all the time, I will have a backup and not be upset that I broke the first one.
My favorite thing is I'll get on a work Zoom call and I'll pull up this nice like light pink Disney Carousel coffee cup in the morning, with the bow on it.
yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Just bring some pixie dust to your morning. I was thinking, I'm thinking, have I used my mug? And actually, no, I lied. I have used my mug, but I've only used it for water. Does that count?
It counts.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have the ears, which I love too. Um, you know what? This Minnie Mouse main attraction this year has been so awesome. I mean, compared to Mickey Memories, I don't know if you guys remember Mickey Memories. So, right?
Yeah.
So
I
Mickey
have all the
Memories.
pins and one or two of the plushes, but I didn't collect anything else from that set because it just was very
Plain.
meh. Yeah.
Some of the designs were really cool though. Like there's a couple of standout ones in that set I really
Yeah.
liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I totally know what you mean. I collected the pins because, I was kind of committed once I got the book. So
Yep.
so I collected the pins. We have some other mugs, and I have some other plushes. But comparing this one to that one, this one is so much better. I definitely love the pins from this collection a lot better than Mickey Memories or the Disney Wisdom collection. I feel like Disney
Right.
Wisdom was a step up from Mickey Memories, but I feel like Minnie Mouse Main Attraction has been a step up from all of these different collections we've had so far.
For sure.
Yeah, agreed.
I felt like the Mickey Memories were like icon packs for your phone because the pins from month to month looked kind of identical and they just changed the pattern.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
looked.
yeah, and like Tiffy Bell said, I wonder what line they will come out with next year. I don't know, but yeah, I am pretty excited to see. Typically around like the end of the year, New Year's will start teasing with what the next thing is going to be, which is what they did for this year. And yeah, so I can't wait to see what else they come up with. But right now, I'm just kind of focusing on I need my Haunted Mansion stuff. And I need everybody to put in for merch pass for me. I told Luke, I was like, Luke, I need your help too. I need everybody to help because
I know I have like all of these like vibes. I'm like, it's gonna happen. Merch pass. I'm gonna get everything for Haunted Mansion.
yeah,
I'm trying to set my expectations low because this year's set is so good that if I go in with the same expectations and it's anything like the previous ones, I'm going to be let down. So I'm just assuming it's going to be like all Duffy.
Next year's
all Duffy. Won't want anything to do with it.
you know what's funny? My husband doesn't like Duffy either. So we're Disney Visa card holders. So in Disney, there's some spots for like free pictures for the Disney Visa card holders, and they'll have like surprise characters. So we waited in this huge line in Disneyland last year when we went to California, and my husband was like, "If it's Duffy, I'm gonna be so pissed," because we waited for so long and. Nothing against Duffy, and he's cute and whatnot, but it's not really my cup of tea. Definitely not his cup of tea. So that's all he kept on saying. We've been here for so long, and I'll be so pissed if it's Duffy. So yeah. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we have next year. I mean, I'm pretty
Wait, who was
excited.
it? Who did you get to meet?
It
Was it
was
Duffy?
Pluto. It was
Oh,
Pluto.
okay.
It was Pluto. Yeah. So yeah, I know it was not Duffy. Yeah, I think that his picture wouldn't have been smiling. He'd be like, "What the hell? What the heck?" Let me change heck. So it was Pluto. But yeah, we'll definitely see what they come up with next year. Which kind of brings me to a collection that is not one of my favorites this year, which is Alien Remix.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about that?
There are some things in it that I think are hilarious. It's like bad idea, great execution.
Okay.
Like the alien Merida is like one of the favorite things I've seen all year. It is so funny.
The Merida plush is terrifying.
It's a little green man with long red curls. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Toy Story person to begin with.
Yeah.
And so the little green men, to me, I think they're cute, and I know a lot
Yeah.
of people truly really like are attached to them and love them. It is just not really my cup of tea.
I kind of want the Incredibles one. I really like the Incredibles. It's like my favorite Pixar movie, and him just wearing the little mask and the red suit. It's great.
Yeah, I haven't seen Incredibles yet. Kind of behind with my Disney movies. I know. I hear it's really good though.
She's the same way. She'll tell you everything ever about the parks and the mechanics of the ride and weird like things like here's the stone test wall in Disneyland where they're deciding which bricks to use. But then I'll be like, have you seen Robin Hood? And she's like, nope.
That happens to me, but you know what movie I haven't seen? And every time I tell people, they're like,
Incredibles?
No, I haven't seen that one either. Mary Poppins.
What? You've never seen Mary Poppins?
This is the reaction that I get. No, I have not. I don't know why, but I haven't seen it. I did see the new one with Lin-Manuel Miranda, which I know it's kind of like, later on, like the kids are adults now and whatnot. So yes, I need to watch Mary Poppins, just like I need to watch the Star Wars movies. I've only seen 3 of them. And apparently I've seen the worst 3 Star Wars movies.
The prequels?
Yes.
The one with Ewan McGregor in them?
Yes.
Yeah, those. I'm a Star Wars fan. Like, no joke. Like, I am just all out Star Wars nerd. Unobjectively, if I watch those are just, and I'm probably gonna get some flack for this. They're just bad movies. They are just not good movies. Like, take away all the Star Wars things. Like that Revenge of the Sith, the second one, is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The third one's not so bad, but man, they are just not. They've taken really good actors, Natalie Portman, Ewan McGregor, and
isn't Sam Jackson in it too?
Yeah, Samuel Jackson, and they're like, you know what? Don't act. Don't just read the lines like you're reading them off a teleprompter. It's not good.
Yeah, like I don't know much about Star Wars, and every time I tell people that I've only seen the prequels, everybody's like, "What?" So, and I always say that maybe I just have like a different approach to it. Maybe it's a revolutionary approach. Maybe that's why when I see the original movies, I'll see Darth Vader in like a different light because I knew him as Anakin first, and maybe that's why maybe I don't
know. I like your thought process. Yeah.
Right? Maybe he's not that bad. But I do have to watch.
I see the comments, and yes, Luke, I still watch them. I keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. I will go back and rewatch them, going, you know what? Maybe this time will change my mind. Maybe this time I'll see something I missed. Nope, doesn't happen. They're just bad.
That's what I hear. So I mean, it's been a while since I saw these movies. Like I saw them when they first came out. So we're talking what, like late 90s, early 2000s when these prequels came out, right? So I'm pretty sure I was in school. Yeah, when the movies came out. So hey, Disney Dan. So it's Disney Dan. We were just talking before the stream started and about how we haven't seen the Star Wars movies. So he's another one that's like, girl, you gotta watch those movies. So I will watch them.
Yeah, I've only seen them because of him.
We have a weird dynamic in our relationship when it comes to these geekier movies. I don't know, the movies that I love. Once we're big Portland Trailblazers fans, right? Because it's really one of the only 2 professional sports we have in Portland. And what second year of our relationship, we made a bet saying that I said they're going to go to the playoffs coming off their worst season in a long time, and she said no, they're not going to. They have to completely rebuild. So I won, and the bet was that you have to do whatever the other person says, no matter
Mhm.
what that task is. So that leaves a lot of room to be creative. So I made her watch the extended versions of Lord of the Rings movies, like all three of them. It's like 16 hours or something ridiculous.
That's a lot of movie watching.
Yeah. Yep. It is.
Were you happy when you finished watching your movies? I haven't watched
Yeah,
those either.
I was.
Oh, he's like, yeah. We're actually watching the Harry Potter movies, and I have like 3 more movies to go. And I am so far in love with everything that I've been watching. So that's like another one of the, geeky like fandoms. So I don't know if you guys are Harry Potter people, but
Yeah, the movies are fantastic. Like especially, I think it's like during the 4th movie, they like went a different direction, switched directors, and like changed the visual look, and they got real good. They also started looking a lot better once I think it was the 4th movie where that happened. They kind of went from
hmm,
kids movies to more mass appeal, I think.
that's what I've noticed because I'm kind of watching them in a row. And from I think it's like as the movies kind of progress, they do get like a bit of like a darker tone to them.
Yeah.
But so far they're very interesting, and I can't wait to finish them all. So, but that's also gonna be, like, another topic for another stream because I can talk about that for a while. But this brings me to another topic, which is the Disney Castle collection. So this collection is something that is gonna roll over over to the next year, being that it's like an every other month, collection or release. So what are I don't know, what are your thoughts on the Disney Castle collection?
I love the most recent one, the Mulan one. That the
The
fact that they
Mulan?
did
Actually, let me
the
share that,
Forbidden
yeah.
Palace is it's pretty awesome that they went, instead of doing like the traditional like European castles, that they included something like that.
Yes, I agree. I think that this castle is just so pretty because you don't really see a lot of Mulan anyway out there. So I think it's pretty cool that they did this. But I think it has been my least favorite in the collection so far. What do you think, Sarah?
Um, hmm, I have all 3 that have come out so far, and I really want to love this collection. Um, but they're screen printed.
I know. It kind of goes back to the hidden Disney castle pins and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I think that they could have done not a pin on pin. I don't think it needed to be hinged. I think if they had just done a beautiful big pin of the outside of the castle and maybe done it for $20 instead of $30, same size, but without the hinge, I would have loved it.
Yeah, more of like a more detailed pin, not hinge, but just more of like yeah, more details on the actual pin rather than the screen
Mhm.
print on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and
I
I
yeah.
don't mind a little bit of screen printing when there's like, adding a little bit of line detail and things like that. Especially I'm an Ariel collector, so you always get her little bits of hair that are detailed and things like that. But I just think that if they had put more effort into the outside of these pins and just completely forgotten about the hinge part, I think it would have been really cool.
I do, for like just the pure like flauntiness of it. The frame for these castles is like something else.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
I mean, like just thinking about securing, because these pins are hefty, they're big, and they weigh a lot because they're pin on pin. So I feel like I'd have to really secure it to the studs. Otherwise, it's just going to rip the sheetrock off my wall if I got that frame.
Disney Dan just posted, not a fan of the collection. Price is way too much. Think about the entire value. Yeah. I got into them and now I'm kind of stuck in them. So I agree. I don't think that the price point needed to be $30.
Yeah, it's
I know Mel, in one of your last videos, you had the castle,
yes,
and I love the fact that they put the price tag of $20 on there,
I
but
know.
$20.
I know. It's funny because she got me thinking because I get the pin, right? So I do the video and I'm like $20. I'm like, hold on, I've been paying $30 for these pins. Why is this one $20? And I buy so much of Shop Disney and box lunch and whatnot that I kind of really forget what I pay for it. And when I get the pin, I kind of look at the price tag on it and whatnot. So when you mentioned it, I was like, wait a minute. So I went and checked my invoice. I'm like, Sarah's right. I got billed $29.99, but it just had the sticker that says 19.99, which I actually have it here. I'll show it in a few minutes. And I was like, wait a minute. So it was just really a misprint. They put the wrong sticker on it. But I mean, in reality, I feel like this pin, it could have been $20. I mean, $20 seems pretty reasonable. 30 seems like a lot. I haven't had a problem with, the Cinderella pin or the Frozen pin because I felt like they were a little bigger than the Mulan pin. But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that they had the wrong price on the pin. I
Mhm.
mean, I feel like if you were to go to the store and you pick up the pin and it says $20 in there and you go pay, they were like, no, it's 30. It's like, wait a minute. It clearly says $20 here. So I don't know what happened there, but I mean, I do like this collection. I think that, I mean, $20 to $30. I mean, while it's a little pricey, I don't think it's terribly priced. And going back to what Dan said about, if you think about all the pins together, it does add up in price, but it kind of makes me think about the Alien remix. We have 24 pins. And they're $10 a piece. So we're talking $240 for the remix pins. I
Plus
don't
the
know if
board.
exactly. So the board is what, like $80? The remix board pin, a pin board, something
Oh,
like that.
was it that high?
Oh, I forget because I'm not really following that collection too
Yeah,
closely
I
because
know
I'm not really into it. But
the Castle Collection frame is $80.
right,
I don't know. I'm not sure about the remix one though.
Yeah, maybe
yeah.
with the Mulan stuff, they figured, you know what, we're charging $30 for the movie online. Might as well match that to the pin.
Yeah, like yeah, I don't I mean, but would I would be more willing to pay, for the whole castle set if it's like what, 30. How many castles is that? I don't even count them. Is it 10? It's 10 castles, right? So 10
Yeah.
castles times $30, which is $300 in castles, compared to $240 in Alien Remix pins. I would much rather pay the $300 for my castles than for the remix pins just because
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They are a lot
Yeah.
bigger. So I don't know. I mean, these all I know is that these collections have me spending money like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, since we're all stuck inside and 2020 has been so depressing, there's a lot of retail therapy, I feel like, that's happening. We just buy things to make ourselves feel better. And for folks like us and a lot of people in the comments, we can write this off as content. Oh, I need to buy this because it's content.
Yeah. So it's funny because one of the things that I thought it was kind of easier for me to do with YouTube is that all the stuff that I show is stuff that I would buy anyway. Because I'm just, I have a problem. So, because I'm constantly buying pins, and if not, I'm buying like Funko Pops. And so it's one of those things where I would still buy it anyway. But like you said, it is definitely great content, for us, content creators, Disney content creators. But it does get pricey. And hey, Dylan, and he's saying that can't wait for us to talk about Midnight Masquerade villains pin. So Dylan, he's a big Disney doll collector, and we talk on Instagram once in a while, and we have been talking a lot about Midnight Masquerade, and I am super excited about this. What are your thoughts on that, Sarah and Rocky, about the new Midnight Masquerade?
They're awesome. They're like probably the coolest set of pins we talked about all night so far, in my opinion. They look
Yeah.
incredible.
All righty. I think we should be full screen now looking at this. So, first of all, I think it's cool that now the villains get to play. It's because the last couple of years we had the princesses. We had first, the premiere where they were like with their premiere outfits for when their movies came out, and then last year it was more of like focus on the actual like masquerade and whatnot, and then now we have the villains. So first, what do you guys think about the choice in villains? There's plenty of villains out there. What do you think about these 6 villains that got picked for the Midnight Masquerade?
Well, I love Ursula. So and she looks incredible. The her doll with like Flotsam and Jetsam.
Yeah.
Like it's so pretty. And honestly, I kind of could care less about the other ones.
I don't know. I really like Sassy Hades.
Yeah.
He's really cool looking.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
I do also like the pins. However, it looks as if the one with them on it is going to be screen printed.
Oh yeah, the one that is more like a like the picture, like a painting.
Like the framed one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of curious to see these in person because I feel like sometimes the pictures when we first see them don't do them justice. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of staying open-minded about these. And something that I see is that this is going to be through Merch Pass one more time, where at first I felt like I had a love-hate relationship with Merch Pass, but I feel like it takes some of the pressure off because you put in for you pass and you kind of forget about it until it's time to check your email, and then you'll find out when the items are going to be released to the general public, so you kind of have a second chance to get it. So it kind of takes some of the pressure off. But I mean, the first release we're going to have is Maleficent on October 6th. I mean, that's coming up quick.
Yeah.
I'm not a doll collector, but I think that both Maleficent and even Lady Tremaine, which comes out on the 13th, they're really nicely made. I kind of wish that the Maleficent doll didn't have so much of a modern look to her, because I kind of, in my opinion, huh?
She looks kind of like a Bratz doll. They made her.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there that actually looks like Maleficent. Like Lady Tremaine is spot on, but Maleficent
Yes.
looks kind of like a kid's toy that's maybe loosely based on Maleficent. And her clothes
Yes.
are cool, but like she doesn't look like Maleficent to me.
Lady Tremaine's dress is gorgeous.
Oh, I see in the
Yes.
comments. I like the Dr. Facilier pin. Like a really like decked out swanky Facilier would have been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I see that they decided to go with Hades, just to do some male representation here of with the villains. But I mean, I think that the pins are going to be cool. For some reason, Maleficent's mask reminds me of Loki.
Yes.
Like I keep on looking at it and thinking Loki.
Yep, I see it.
It kind of has a weird Egyptian vibe to it that I can't quite wrap my head around. Doesn't kind of fit the theme of where Maleficent or where Sleeping Beauty was set,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is like a very like artistic, I guess, take on Maleficent with everything, the dress, the mask, everything on there. I mean, I think it's cool. Lady Tremaine, like you said, Sarah, I think it's always done really nice. I think the pins are gonna be cool. And then for the next releases, Ursula, I know that you're really excited about Ursula. Sarah, what do you think about the design on like the doll and even the pins?
I like this doll. I'm not a doll collector. I may or may not go for this one. But the the pin of Ursula on the left, the one of kind of like the face bust, I think is really, really cool. The all metal one.
Yeah.
I am really excited about that.
And it's cool that they have Yzma, but really they should have given us a Kronk. I would probably get that one, and every time I walk past it on the shelf, I go, "Nice work, pal." Did we lose Mel?
Oh my gosh, I had muted myself and I'm like talking like a crazy person over here. And then I hear Rocky, did we lose Mel? And I'm like, oh my goodness, what happened? um, but Emperor's New Groove is another movie that I haven't seen. I know. It's another one for the list. I need to watch this movie. I know it's great. I know that Park Pioneer, Joe, she loves this movie. And I think both, the Ursula and Isma, I mean, they're both great. Um, I'm kind of curious as to why Ursula has a crown and like her tentacle at the bottom.
It's King
Uh,
Triton's crown.
oh, is that what it is? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. There we go. But I mean, I think both those are really, really good, and I do need to watch Emperor's New Groove. And going to the next ones, personally, I think my favorite out of all the dolls is Evil Queen. I think that it captures all her like evilness, and
She
her.
looks the meanest out of all of them.
I'm picking up vibes. What's Rapunzel's not mom name?
Mother Gothel.
Oh,
She has a Mother Gothel vibe, which is
yes.
still evil, but yeah, that's what it reminded me of. That's why at first glance, that's who I thought it was.
Yeah, like she kind of looks like her. You're totally right, but I like it. I think the doll, the costume on the doll is it's so nice. And the pins. I love that the gold mask of the one pin. It just to me it screams Evil Queen. And it reminds me of like the mirror, and I don't know. I think that one has been my favorite so far. And Hades, what do you guys think about Hades? I think there's a lot going on with Hades costume. Like, yeah,
There is a lot. So this is a movie that I haven't seen.
me either. Oh my gosh.
So my only real knowledge of Hades is that he plays Mal's dad in the Descendants movies. Because I've seen those without seeing Hercules. But I do think the doll is really cool. I like the kind of the masks that they did for Pain and Panic in the pin. And then they also brought that same design, it looks like, over into the doll as well. So I think that I like the set together for that one. I think it's really cohesive.
I really like the doll's flame collar. He's got like a Ghost Rider thing going on because it's coming out of his neck, not just the top of his
Yes,
head.
absolutely. And that is actually a movie that I have seen, Ghost Rider. I love that movie.
I've
um,
never heard anybody say that.
oh, I know. I feel like a lot of people say my taste, no, let me rephrase. My husband says my taste in movies is a little questionable. But I love Ghost Rider. So yes, when you made that reference, I was like, yes, I can totally see that. But I don't know. I'm really excited about these. And I like that the pins are a little bit different too. I'm assuming these are just gonna be single two pin sets because it looks like they're just coming out with each doll. I did see that for D23 members, um, D23 members are gonna be able to pre-order these dolls, and I believe it's like $780, but you get the full doll collection. They are pricey, but I guess it's worth it if you're a doll collector. If you were willing to pay $130 a doll and then go through this whole process, then maybe the 780 for all six dolls won't seem as bad. I'm not a doll collector, so I wouldn't do that.
If I recall, the previous Masquerade mask pin set, didn't they do 3 to a card and there was like 2 sets or 2 different cards
Um,
on it? I remember seeing them in the Disney
was-
store in New York.
That was 2 years ago. They did the 2 box sets.
so I have the 2 boxes. Let me see if I can move this because I actually have them right. Okay, it's kind of a weird look, but they're like right on top. I don't know if you can see that. You see where there's
Oh yeah,
Ezra.
the fashion one,
So yeah, so I did get those as you can see, and I got the pins last year too. I feel like the pins last year have been the nicest so far. Um, and hey, this is our dream. And yeah, I
Did you
mean,
get both the masks and the princesses that came out last year?
yes, I did. I got both. I probably could probably go get them. I have them in my bedroom. What I did was I displayed them together. I had the princess and the mask when I displayed them, and I think they were like they're really nice pins. They were like a decent size, and I felt like they had a lot of like detail, especially the mask, and I thought they were so cute. So I
The
really like
a lot. I ended up not getting the masks at all. I do have there was like the card with the 5 princesses on them.
them.
And I did get that. But my only problem is that they're screen printed.
Yes, we're
The
seeing a little
masks
of that.
were really cool. I wish I would have snagged them up because I went to the Times Square Disney store because I was doing a thing for work, and they just like had like 50 of each on of both sides, and I should have just grabbed 2 of them for you.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, but you know what? It's funny because now that we're seeing, the preview for the new Midnight Masquerade, I've been seeing. I don't know if you guys have seen it in some of the pin groups on Facebook. People are now trying to kind of trade or sell some of the pins from the previous Midnight Masquerade. I don't know if you have seen this now on some of the groups. I mean, I guess
Mhm.
this would be the time to do that. So if you have your traders from last year, now that there's kind of some hype around Midnight Masquerade again, this would be a good time to kind of put them out there.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. One more thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, the Loungefly Tuesday releases. It's not Shop Disney, but they are Disney licensed. So, what do you
Mhm.
guys think about that?
Up until um September, those releases have been crazy.
The mini jumbo
Yes.
style pins. Oh man,
Yeah.
I love the Hoth Star Wars one. Sarah got that for me. My son got the Avengers Tower one, and that one's awesome. The you got the Goofy movie one recently too, right? And that one like
Mhm.
it literally slides a football field's worth of length. The slider, it's like the longest slider in any pin I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Those have been really good. The mini jumbos.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
releases though have so when they first came out, like the Hoth pin and some of those, they were LE 500s, and
Yes.
those were like snatched up quick. You had to move quickly. But I was actually just on the Loungefly website yesterday, and they
Hmm.
still had the Winnie the Pooh, the Rescuers, um, and one or two others from I think,
From last month, right?
yeah, because they upped the LE size and they're just not selling now.
Is the child still available? I wasn't aware that that was available.
It's not.
Oh,
That one's gone.
because I
Oh,
want that one.
oh, and that one
I'll
is
be
a higher
going-
LE.
yeah, I will be going to try for the Hocus Pocus one though.
Me too. And
Yeah.
And just like you said, when they first came out, I think in July, that the first one was kind of like a surprise, which was Cinderella. They were like selling really quickly, but right, there's a lot of them that haven't been selling as quick. Like I'm
Mhm.
surprised to see that the Pocahontas Percy with Miko pin was still available.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought that was a cute pin. I even
Yeah.
thought about getting it, and I'm not even a Pocahontas collector, but I found it so cute.
Is
To
that
see
the
that's
one
the
where he's in
problem.
the
Huh?
bathtub?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I thought that was so cute, and yeah, I feel like it's the problem that us, pin collectors have. Even though I feel it's funny because I was talking to Luke about this. I feel like I'm more of a pin collector than a pin trader. I don't trade as much anymore. I'm more of like I just get what I want and I just collect it. But I don't know. I mean, these launch flight pins are really cute. But I did get the rescuers pin earlier this month because my husband collects rescuers. But I do want to go for Hocus Pocus because I love Hocus Pocus. So
Mhm.
we'll see if this one is going to be another popular release. I feel like Hocus Pocus is pretty popular. I mean, even the mystery pins that we had on Shop Disney not long ago, those sold out fairly quickly.
Yeah, I was bummed about that. I put in an order for 6 boxes, and then my order was canceled. So I didn't get any of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll
Due to
restock.
popular demand.
Your
Oh,
comment about not being a real pin trader, just a pin purchaser. I'm thinking what we should do is get in front of Netflix and just pitch the idea, because right now, if you can get in front of a Netflix executive and pitch an idea, they will make it a show.
Put anything on
Warrior
Netflix.
Nuns, Teenage Bounty Hunters, Tiger Kings. Just get in front of a Netflix executive.
Disney pin collector.
pin collector.
Hoarders. Disney pin hoarders.
I like that. I think that. What do you guys think in the chat? Disney pin hoarders. I mean, I feel like that's a problem. I'm more of a pin collector than a pin trader, even though I do like to get my trade on once in a while. But Disney pin hoarders, I like that.
Like,
Netflix
between us
people, if you're
and then
watching.
a lot of people in the comments there, that's our first season right there, because I know for a fact some of these people are as bad as we are about hoarding pins.
Yeah. And there's people that are getting more into pins because they're just friends with us, like Evelyn, Two Flowers, who's in the chat. She recently started getting into pins too. And Mac Doors, who were in the chat earlier too. They recently started getting into pins too, because we're all friends. It's kind of like, oh, let me try a pin. And Tiffy Bell, she's talking about Funko hoarders too. That could be another show. So, do you guys collect Funko Pops too?
Actually, I don't actively buy anymore, mainly because we don't have a lot of space for stuff because we're in a smaller condo. But I probably have like at least 20 Funkos in a box right now.
Are they like Star Wars Funkos?
There's Star Wars. I've got a Gaston. I've got some Westworld, a couple of Westworld ones.
They're very specific. We're
Okay.
definitely not a just buying up any Funko that comes out. I have my Powerline one that sits on the shelf.
Yes, Dylan, a Britney Spears Funko Pop. Now, does that one have hair or not?
Oh, come on. Leave Britney alone. But I do love Britney. I mean, you see, I feel like we're all collectors anywhere, whether we collect pins or pops or dolls or whatever we collect. So there should be there's plenty of shows for Netflix to make. And call us Netflix. We'll be there. Yes, definitely. When we were talking about pins, I wanted to talk about these pins that just came out. And as soon as they came out, they sold out. And I'm just not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna show them. And Sara and Rocky, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I missed it. I was so bummed that I missed this sale. I want these pins.
I've never seen them.
So these kind of just showed up a couple days ago on box launch, and so you can only get 5, right? In one shot. So I'm like, great. So they come one in a box, and they form this puzzle. So I need 6 pieces. Why can I only get 5 boxes? So thinking that this was going to be like Shop Disney, where if you go over your quantity, they'll cancel your order. I didn't think of trying to put a second order through. Little did I know that, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like Box Lunch really enforces that, because I've seen on different Facebook groups that people have been putting, multiple orders through for these items. And I'm like, well, darn it. So now I have 5 pieces of the puzzles whenever I get them. And then we went to our local box lunch, and they don't have them yet. So, and now they're on back order until January.
Yeah.
At least you have the option to get them still. Like a lot of times with the Shop Disney pins, it's once they're out, they're out. These look like you're going to be able to get more on the back order, just if you're patient.
True. I mean, right now, if you right, like you said, if you're patient and you don't mind waiting, I mean, they're even on sale at $7.42 a box. So I believe all Disney merchandise is 25% off right now on Box Lunch. I mean, this set I think is absolutely adorable. I didn't really look and see how big the pins are actually going to be. Let me see if there's any dimensions on it. No, it doesn't say. But I mean, they seem like they're going to be fairly big pins. So when I saw this, I was just like, oh my goodness, because they're going to have all of this Disneyland 65th merchandise coming out, not only in Box Lunch, but Target and Amazon. Are you guys going to try to get in on any of this Disneyland 65th anniversary merchandise?
Yeah, so I have the pre-order for the pin on Amazon.
Yeah, I
The
got that one
jumbo,
too.
it kind of looked like the Loungefly ones.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have that coming.
We've got all the mystery boxes already, the 65th anniversary stuff that came out.
Yep, I got all of the like the blue tone mystery box sets that came out in Downtown Disney. And then I also have all of the new ones, the limited edition ones that came out.
The Spirit jersey.
And I have the Spirit jersey. Yep, so I only did the jumbo. I didn't do the 4-pin pack.
Okay.
I don't know if I love the castle like this. Which is also why I didn't do the Loungefly bag.
Okay.
It's a little cartoony. I know you love the castles, but it's a little cartoony for me.
Yeah, I didn't order the 4-pack either. I think it's cute, but I wasn't crazy about it. So I only order the castle just because I'm biased because it's a castle. But
There's nothing really about. I mean, if you ever take them off the backer card, there's nothing really about that 4-pin set that says like this is the 65th anniversary pin set. It's just, it could just be another Mickey Mouse pin.
right. I agree. And just like the balloons, it's just really the backer card, really. But I think with the jumbo pin, I mean, I don't know. I think it's nicer, and for it being $20, it's not bad because
I really liked the price point on it. That was really nice.
yeah, I totally agree, and it looks like it's gonna be like a sliding pin too, which is it's kind of like the whole thing behind the Loungefly mini jumbos. They're all interactive in their own kind of way. So this one's gonna be a sliding pin, and $20 for this pin is not bad at all. I was actually looking at my Amazon today, and looks like it should be shipping sometime. I believe it says it ships on November 18 or arrives November 18. That's what I had on my Amazon. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be released on the 15th. So I'm assuming that maybe the 18th is when it's going to be delivered to me. But I'm really excited because it's just like the size of the Loungefly jumbo pins, and it is a lot cheaper. Well, not like a lot cheaper. It's $5 cheaper, but I think it's actually really really cute. So I'm really excited about that. Hey Valerie, welcome. Singer Family Adventures in the house. And yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so much cool merchandise that's coming out now because of the 65th. I can only imagine the kind of stuff we're gonna get for Disney World's 50th next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic.
Yeah.
And in 10 years, that 75th is going to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3/4 of a century when we hit 75 years, which is insane. And let me see, I think there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about real quick before we wrap up. I mean, there's so much to always talk about when it comes to Disney pins. But I'm trying to think if we have any pin news, any pins coming out this week. I feel like there's always something coming out. Other than the Hocus Pocus pin, I can't think of anything else that's coming out this week. Can you think of anything, Sarah?
No.
The Loungefly Sanderson sisters.
That's what she said. The Hocus Pocus pin.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on Shop Disney. There was nothing for this last Thursday.
Right.
I did see that there were 3 new Star Wars pins that came out in Magic Kingdom. So the Star Wars series that have been coming out the last year and a half. I feel like they've been coming out for more than just 2020.
Yeah.
The 3 Star Wars limited edition series that have been dropping online. They aren't selling online, I guess, maybe. I don't know. So they dropped them in the park instead.
Yeah. And I almost forgot about that. The pins are getting released in downtown Disney right now. Have you guys tried to reserve to go to, I don't know how often you guys go to downtown Disney. Okay, because I know you're on the west coast, so obviously it's a
Yeah,
lot.
but it's like a 20-hour drive.
Never mind then.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, like
It's out of the
your
question.
distance to Orlando is almost the
is
same.
our distance to
To-
Disneyland.
I gotcha. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been coming out with a lot of cute stuff. I know that they had like some more expensive pins this time around. They had this one castle pin which had some sort of animation on it with it was like Aurora and Prince Philip, but it looked kind of cartoony. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it right now. I'm pretty sure it was on Disney Pins blog, so I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. I didn't really see anything that I couldn't live without. Do you remember seeing the pins for the release over at Downtown Disney?
Yeah, yeah. So they had maybe 6 or so of just like some
Here we go.
Fantasyland um individual pins, and then they had these box sets too. And I think they're cute, but some of these box sets were like, I think one of them retailed at like 300 something.
Yes, I think these are some of those expensive box sets here.
Mhm.
And then they
Yeah.
also had the other pins here. This is the one that I was talking about, that castle. I like castles, but I think that I want to say this was like around 50 or $60 for that mini jumbo with the castle, but I don't really like the animation on Aurora and Prince Philip. I think it makes them look kind of very like Fisher
Small World.
Price type of, yeah, or Small World. Yep. Like
Yeah.
I was like not going for it.
I do like the mystery box pins, the
Okay.
ones that are in the teacups.
Mhm.
I think those are kind of cute, and I think those retailed. I think those are like normal mystery box prices. So you 2 pins for $20.
Okay.
Um, but then like the Merlin set, I think was 19.99. Or yeah, I don't, honestly, I didn't look too deep into them because they were not something that I was like, oh, I have to have those.
Right. Right. Yeah. I feel like it's the same with me. I mean, for me to get any of these pins, just like with you guys, we would have to get a pickup person. And it's really nothing that I can't live without. It's really nothing that I really collect. And
Mhm.
the castle would be the only thing, but I honestly didn't like the just the animation on it. It wasn't really my cup of tea.
I
But
think if they had gone a little more towards Mary Blair, then that would have been really cool. Because Mary, I'm sure you know, Mary Blair is the artist who did all of like Small World. So if they had
okay.
gone like just a step more towards Mary Blair, I think that would have been really cool. But I think you're right; they fell in like the Fisher Price
Yes.
area rather
Yeah.
than kind of the artistic side of what Mary Blair really does.
Yep, that's all. Like as soon as I see them, I'm thinking Fisher Price, toddler toys, like for like, yeah. I agree. I think if it had more of a actual small world feel to it, then maybe I could get around it. But it's just really, wasn't it for me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
But I mean, we are getting close to that time, you guys. What do you guys have coming up this week? What are you working on? The floor is yours, you guys.
So we have pretty cool several channels on YouTube here are doing a box exchange that Sarah is spearheading, and we're really looking forward to that. So that will be coming out very shortly.
Not till the end of October for that one.
Oh yeah, so relatively shortly in the grand scheme of the
Yeah.
cosmic time clock.
But we have a couple unboxings and some pin mail videos.
And we've got a lot of footage about like the Food and Wine Festival
At
Epcot. We've got some Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom stuff that we're working on while we're down there, and just scavenger hunts and rides. So we got a lot of footage from there that I'm going through still.
So a lot of Disney World footage coming out soon.
Okay, well, that's exciting. So you guys collect the cards, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have I think 3 of them, and I've gotten those during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. You know how you get a special card?
Oh, you have the party cards.
Yes. So I have some of those, but I have never played it. I don't really know. Do you guys play the game? How does that work?
So you can play in the park, and it's kind of like a Pokemon Go style game, and it's a lot of fun. But then you can also buy a game board and actually collect the cards and play at home.
Okay.
There's a home version. And we haven't done that yet, but that will be part of the Sorcerers video that we come out with.
Yeah, it'll show playing in the park, what it's like, what to expect, and then also
how to play at home.
Yeah, I'll do a little tutorial on how to play the card game at home.
So do you guys also have Grail cards that you're looking to get?
Those party cards.
Yeah. So we've never been there for a party, and some of them are on eBay for $100 and something, and I'm like, it's too much for me.
Well, we've been there for a party, but we weren't aware.
We weren't aware of the party cards.
Yeah, because we did Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween on our honeymoon.
Yeah. But we weren't aware of the game at that time.
Yeah.
But there are some cards that are more sought after that you can only get in a pack that you purchase rather than the free packs that you can get in the park. So those are definitely we're working on a few of those.
Looks like she wants the party cards
right now. So this was fun. We've never done a live stream before, so we really appreciate you having on this. Next time, let's progressively eat hotter chicken wings as we discuss Disney pins. I think that'll be a really good gimmick for a live video format on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, or we can try one of those. You know when you on Amazon they have the 1 chip challenge. Have you seen those?
So
it's like an extremely spicy chip. I'm not really a spicy person, but it's funny because my husband and I were talking about that earlier to try to get that as a joke for someone who likes spicy food, by the way, not a mean trick. And I think it's maybe $20 or so, and it's just 1 chip, and I think it's it has ghost pepper on it or something. It's supposed to be really spicy.
I can't do it.
You buy for $20 a single chip?
1 chip.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of diminishing returns there, but you're paying to hurt yourself.
Yeah, some people really enjoy it, but you made me think about that when you were talking. When you were saying that, it made me think about the one Hot Ones Disney Pins. Oh, there you go. That could be the name of the show, Hot Ones Disney Pins. But yeah, I'm not too into spicy food, but yeah, it's I'm so excited that you guys accepted my invitation. We definitely got to do this again. And
sure.
as far as for me on my channel, I have some more pin videos coming up. I am actually part of the Year of the Ear collaboration every month. So this is going to be my first time doing it. I'm going to be doing it on the 29th, which I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. And so I'm really excited to have that video coming out. And then I have a swap with Laura from the Jodie and Laura Life. We both love Mean Girls. That's my guilty pleasure movie. And we decided to do a Mean Girls box swap. So that's coming up as well. And then tomorrow I have Disney Collector Chat with Lizzie. It's going to be on my channel tomorrow. We're going to be celebrating my birthday. So it should be another fun stream. So again, Oh, I know. I'm so excited. And like I can eat it, but I'm like, I'm so excited for that cupcake. Thank you. But
We mail it to you, but it's probably not gonna be very good by the time it gets there.
yeah, but it's just the intention is what counts. I love the thought. But again, thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. We definitely got to do this again. And thank you to everybody that's been with us tonight. The Pin Guys, Jody, Luke, Emily, Evelyn, the Pin Guys. Hello, Tiffy Bell, Singer Family Adventures, Dylan, everybody that's been here tonight. This is our dream. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday evening, Sunday, and rest of the week. And we'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Stay savage.